All right, everybody. Welcome to day number 3 of the madness. 32 teams remain, and we kick off the second round here in Buffalo for this battle between the Billikens of St. Louis and the number 1 seed in the Midwest region, the Wolverines of Michigan. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you've never been to one of these streams before, how it works is like this. Fire away in the chat any questions you would have. I'll be happy to answer about anything and everything. Any donation, get a question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them voting that poll. Who do you think wins this one, St. Louis or Michigan? If you are a member, you can share us for either one of these teams. Using the emojis in the chat, we got the emojis for the Billikens and the Wolverines available at your disposal. If you're wondering why the scoreboard looks different compared to yesterday, well, it's a standalone game. This is the only game taking place, and it will look like this for this one and for the Louisville game taking place right after this, also in Buffalo. St. Louis coming off that dominant 8-9 win against Georgia, won 102-77, was actually a lot more of a blowout than the final score indicates. Yeah, via the start of the tournament, if St. Louis wins today, yeah, or Chase Johnston. But like all-time March Madness star, yeah, I think so. I think so. Michigan, bit of a scare the first half against Howard, but they pulled away late, and they won that one against the 16 seed, 101-80. Brian Anderson is back, which is good to see after his voice kind of went out during the first 4. Going to get this one our way on CBS in just a little bit. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to be live all day today. We're going to be live for this game, Louisville, Michigan State later. And then we got the triple header, or excuse me, the nightcast that we're going to be live for every single game, all at the same time. Green, Brown, Jones, McContry, and Avia for St. Louis. Burnett, Cadeau, Johnston, Lendenborg, and Mara, your starting lineup for Michigan. No surprises there on either side. You donate $10 or more, your name gets on that LED board behind me right here. It's going to update all the scores as time goes on. And let's get this game underway on CBS in just a little bit. Day number 3 of what has been an absolute marathon. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Here we go. St. Louis in the blues. They're going right to left. Michigan wins the tip. They go left to right. They're in the whites. Michigan underway here at Cadeau with the ball at half court. 77% you on the Wolverines to win this one. And let's do this thing. Pick on the far side, set by Mara. Lenenborg goes back to the top of the key for Johnson. Johnson swings it on the near side, gets an off-ball screen. Cadeau looks to drive inside. Alley-oop. Can't get it. But Johnson able to corral and then goes travel out of bounds. Greer gets 5, gets suspension from the Department of Player Safety. I'm going to say 3. Voice sounds, yeah, a little bit sore. It's the morning, though. The morning, it does get a little bit, it gets better. Louisville Women's Future Hunter Brown logo. Yeah, the voice will get better as the day goes on. It's always a bit sore in the morning. Avila, out on the right side, trying to drive here on Cadeau. Working the baseline, spins around, fakes the shot, now puts it up from the right block and gets it to go. Deion Brown, the Boston College transfer. Had 18 points last time out against Georgia. One of 5 players in double figures that game. And Brown was the leading scorer in that game against Georgia. Now up top here for Mara at the logo. Mara pump fake on the 3. Now we'll give it off. So it's a pick on the left side after giving it off to Burnett. Now it's Cadeau. Back to Burnett on the far side. Gets a pick-off ball from Johnson. Up top, back to the key. Goes for Cadeau. 3 ball from the logo. Got it. From the edge of the logo. Number 3 for 3 of the North Carolina transfer. Michigan on the board. On the left side, 3 ball for St. Louis. They answer immediately. Deion Brown. 5 straight for him to start this game. Hits that corner 3 on the left side. Now Mara gets it up top. Tries for the alley-oop. Mara feeds it down low to Lenenborg. Not off on that pass, but Lenenborg is able to corral that on the baseline and then put up the layup himself, 5-all. So Mara, the big man, the 7'3" man. The guy that hits, that throws the assist on that one. St. Louis goes quick down the floor. The floater off the back of the iron. Count it. McContry. Off the back of the iron. Gets that floater to go. They go quick down the floor. Neither team has missed yet so far. Yet St. Louis wins to be it. It'll be an upset. Post up. Here's Lenenborg on the far side. Goes back up top to Mara. Back out wide to Lenenborg. He sets a pick on the right side. Mara does. Now from the far elbow. Lenenborg down low to Mara. Trying to post up here on Avila. Has the height advantage. No help defense. The floater. Got it on the baseline on the far side. 7-all. No help defense comes. Mara, 7'3". Avila, great player, but 6'10". Mara's going to win that battle more often than not. On the right side here, Avila. He'll try the 3 off the switch. That one's good. Off the switch. Mara doesn't close down in time. And St. Louis knocks down another 3. Neither team has missed a bucket yet so far. Next team after the start, 30 minutes afterwards. So 30 minutes after. Finger roll here on the near side. That one misses for Cadeau. And a foul on the floor going against St. Louis. I'll be there first. We're only seeing Hulk take down Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yep. Round 32 is right to conclude the first weekend of March Madness. So far, game is living up to the hype early. Yeah, it's early, but so far, so good. Foul on St. Louis. Yeah, the second game is supposed to start 2:40, but it's on the same floor. So the same exact floor. So it's going to be 30 minutes after this game is done. So approximately 2:40. So after that foul on the floor, 10-7 remains the score. Michigan inbounds underneath. It goes up top to Mara. Mara swings out to the near side. It's Cadeau. Cadeau dumps it down low to Mara. Mara trying to post up here on the near side on Avila. On the near block, spins around, A on the clock. No help defense. Mara tries a shot backwards. He'll shoot 2. Foul there by Avila. You have to wonder why there's no help defense here early on by St. Louis when you got a 7'3" guy down low who has the height advantage over everyone on this team. I'm happy Olivier got some minutes. I'm happy too. He was not in Indiana State last year, but 22 to 24 he was. Paris Force out, I'm going to say fact. He was in Indiana State from 22 to 24. So Mara at the free throw line for Michigan. Mara had 19 points last time out in that win against Howard. It's a 54% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. 10-8. Here will be live for literally every single game today. Even if it's 2 or 3 games at once, we're on the call for that. This is actually nothing compared to what I did Thursday, Friday. If you know, you know on that one. Second free throw for Mara. That one off the front of the rim. No good. He goes 1 for 2 that trip. McContry gets the board for St. Louis. And I'll give it down on the left side with Jones. Pick up high, set by Avila. Jones back up top to Avila. He's got 1 3 today. Can't get a second right there. Is that one off the rip? Mara gets the board. Cadeau takes it down. Gets a pick up high there by Johnson. Kicks out to the near side. Corner three. Burnett got it. Over the hands of McContry. And Michigan back up by 1. You got St. Louis money line. How's it going, Elliot? Appreciate you tuning in. So far, 1-point game. Jones going quick. Catching Michigan napping, but then chased down, blocked by Mara. Mara's been feasting the paint right now. Now Cadeau holds the play. Kicks it out to the near corner. Extra pass up top. Lendenborg will fake the three. Now floats it up from the second block inside the paint. Got it. 6 straight points for the Wolverines. 3-point game early on. Green. Crossing over here. Gets a pick on the right side. Now goes back on top for Avila. On the right side it goes. McContry. Pick on the left side. Set by Avila. From the right elbow. Kicks it back up top. But too much on that pass. So we'll go into the back court and out of play. Turnover for St. Louis. We go the under 16 timeout. 13-10. 6 straight points for Michigan. And it seems right now as though the Billikens, it's early, but they have no answers for the play of Mara, the UCLA transfer. Who's averaging 11 and 7 this season. Mara's getting low with ease. He's got 3 points already and a block. And a bad turnover there for the Billikens. We go the under 16 timeout. 13-10 your score. Again, if you are a member. Shout out to you. Keeping us on forms on that. Appreciate you, Flan. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Yep, my voice is going to take a beating after this one. I know that. So, Monday might be an off day, but we will see. I love the Madness. I love being able to watch with all you guys. You guys have been great this entire tournament. I appreciate all you guys a ton. We have 182 in the chat now. I appreciate all you guys being here. And again, this game is going to redirect you afterwards to the Louisville-Michigan State game. And then we're going to have all the games taking place at the exact same time, starting with Duke TCU. That starts at 5:10 Eastern time. Then an hour later, we get overlap. We get our next game. And we'll eventually end with my alma mater. We save the best for last. I don't think it's going to be that good of a game. I think Arkansas matches up very well against High Point. But we do have High Point against Arkansas. The lowest seed remaining. The only 12 or lower to win. Their first ever tournament game. They play Arkansas, Calipari's squad. That's the final game. So I'll take you from this game in Buffalo to the final game over in Portland, where I will be losing my mind. Monday and Tuesday, so my voice for will be opening day on Wednesday. We're doing hockey on Tuesday because we're going to have you make the call. We're going to have you make the call. It's going to resume on Monday. Well, I won't be open today. It's not going to be too bad. I mean, baseball's not bad. What time is High Point? That is the latest game, 9:45 Eastern time. CBS is very strict on that 1 hour Hawk. CBS during the regular season a bit lax, but during the playoffs, not so much. Yeah, High Point's now the Cinderella team. Yep, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think this is the best case scenario for High Point in the sense of publicity. They're the lowest seed remaining. Their game was one of the few good games of the first round. Chase Johnston made that crazy 3. They beat off a giant in Wisconsin, like a Big Ten giant. So all the attention's on High Point. And they keep it on with the press conference of the mid-majors. Like, everyone's talking about High Point. I'm ready for opening day. I can't wait. How's it going, Jonathan? Go Blue. So far, so good. They have no answers for Mara down low. So far, at least. St. Louis held Georgia to 35% from the field. Last time out, St. Louis, when they beat Georgia, 66-28 in points in the paint. But a lot different when going up against Michigan with their play down low, especially with Mara at 7'3". So after the turnover, going back to Michigan. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what we see, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Oh, no, miss my dinner anniversary dinner tonight. Oh man, yeah, that's more important. That's more important. So many ads. I don't control the ads. That's a YouTube thing. I don't control the midstream ads. Whoever loses Wednesday goes 0-162. Yep, that's how it always works. So it works. Out there in Michigan, right off the inbound is good. And ain't no run for the Wolverines. 15-10. Up top it goes down for St. Louis. It's Jones. Jones becomes drilled the half court, goes to the left elbow for Avila. Avila, pick off ball on the right side, step up McContry down the pick and roll. McContry layup misses that. Easy layup missed, and Johnson gets the board. Will feed it to Lendenborg, and he'll take it down the far side. Now dumping it down low. Mara trying to post up on Avila. No help defense yet. He'll get inside into the paint. The sky hook. That one does not even hit the rim. Rebound though falls for Michigan. Shot there. Foul. As Cano gets the board. High Point better win it. I'm not crazy about High Point winning this game. And Iowa or Iowa State? I don't think so, no. I don't think so. So 2 free throws coming up here. It's 3 fouls on St. Louis. Cadeau going to the free throw line, where he is a 72% free throw shooter. Block you, Jet. No, I got you, Mr. The Irrelevant. No, I didn't. You're good. First one, no good. You're good on that one, Irrelevant fan. You're good. I don't block anyone, except for bots. I block no one and remove nothing except for bots. Second free throw, no good. 0 for 2. That's one of my big philosophies. I don't do anything like that. You know, Villa on 2 fouls. He's going to stay out there on 2 fouls. So you get the big man in foul trouble early on. Avila up top. He stays in the game. Picks up his dribble at the top. Goes back to the logo for Jones. Jones picking the left side. Set up high by Avila. Jones inside the paint. Backdoor cut. Nice feed there. Stops Seattle run. McContry on the lab. Working the baseline on the right side. 16-12. Stops the 9-0 run. Now kicks out wide on the far side. Pump fake on the 3 is Burnett. He gets inside. Foul. And he'll be shooting to Jones. Getting called for that one and going back to the line for Michigan. 3rd straight trip at the free throw line for the Wolverines. They're again inside. Finally finished the video. I think I'll upload a bit before the MSU game. Yeah, it should be a sweet spot. Yeah, because there's a 30-minute gap. Burnett at the line. 79.5% at the season. Around the season from the free throw line. First one rattles out. Burnett, 15 points last game. 1 5 for 6 shooting. Michigan last game, 80% the free throw line against Howard. 16 for 20. So far, not as efficient tonight. Or today, I should say. Second one here, though. Comeback time. We'll see. It's early. Second one. Off the rim and out. And 0 for 2 that trip. Michigan has already missed as many free throws this game as they did all of last game against Howard. They're 2 for 6 to the line today. Normally good at the line. Not so much today. Avila. It's thrown off the knee of Johnson. Avila is able to retain possession in the backcourt. Gets the hell ball. Staying with St. Louis. But Tights even there up top. They're blowing a lot of whistles, girl. They're definitely blowing a lot of whistles right now. I mean, Michigan's just getting inside too easy. And then at that point, it's usually going to call some stuff down there. So 10 seconds on the shot clock. St. Louis, one of 2 A10 teams in the tournament, still out there. Avila, catch and shoot 3. Down misses way too short. Rebound falls for the Billikens, though, on the far elbow. It's Thames. Tries to feed to Avila down low. And last touch by Avila. Yeah, his goggles are cool. The Thames checks in for the first time. Tries to feed Avila on the cut. And can't do it. Another turnover there for St. Louis. Going back to Michigan. Johnston will take this ball down. Goes up top of the logo. Now swings around the near side to Cadeau. Cadeau on the near side to Lendenborg. Dumps it down low to Mara. Mara working on Avila. Again, Avila's on 2 fouls. So got to be careful. And Mara with a baby hook. There is no help defense whatsoever when Mara gets down low. He's got 5 points today. Avila will take it down the floor here for St. Louis. From the right elbow, gives it off on the right side to Thames. Now picked up by Avila. Pick and roll. Tries the 3. Avila can't get that one. He's missed his last 3 3-pointers. Outlet pass. It's a long one. Reverse lay-in. Mara. A 3/4 court pass. And the reverse lay-in by Mara. He's up to 7. He gets down the floor quick. And a no-look layup. Michigan on a run right now. Ready to make ASU? Oh, wow. Oh, that'll be a good get. McContry. Down the shot clock. Crossover at the left elbow. Swings out to Avila. Avila sets a pick on the left side for giving it off to Dunlap. Pump fake. Dunlap. 3 ball. Open. Got it. Much needed 3. Nice ball movement there by Avila. Pump fake to the top of the key. Found it to Dunlap. Got his man in the air. And the redshirt sophomore, the transfer from St. John's, cuts it down to a 5-point game. Now Mara trying to post up on the near side. Mara gets inside on Avila. The baby hook. That one too strong at the back of the iron, though there was no help defense there. Thames will take it down and forget the board. Thames going coast to coast. Left. Foul. He'll shoot 2. And Thames is going to the free throw line. He had 11 points off the bench last game against Georgia. One of 6 players who entered that game in double figures for the Billikens. And the redshirt junior, the native of St. Louis, going to the line, averaging about 10 per game this season. 65% at the free throw line this year. First foul on Michigan. That'd be a good get. That'd be a really good get. I didn't realize he was from Mesa. First one's good for Thames. Second free throw, Thames can't get it. 1 for 2 that trip. Thames has scored double figures in 3 of his last 4 games. 1 for 2 that trip. Avila is out. He'll breathe for the first time. And Cadeau will hold the play at half court. Goes to Mara up high. Mara at the top of the arc. Gives off on the near side to Lenenborg. Lenenborg, baseline jumper on the near side. That one no good. Too strong. Guarded by Thames. And Thames will take it down the floor on the left side. The Mara layup backwards was elite, yeah. Thames on the second block. Kicks out wide. Catch and shoot 3 on the left side. Sharma checks in for the first time. He misses that 3 short. Rebound falls for Gale. Gale trying to take it down. Poor ball handling there. He loses it. Sharma will get it back on the right side if we're getting the steal. And Sharma will hold the play at half court. Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, I think the fact that it's 1-bit league now, I think so. Catch and shoot 3 for Dunlap on the left side. Got it. Back-to-back threes for Dunlap. And it's down to a 1-point game. Dunlap, 44% from 3 this season. He was 3 for 6 last game against Georgia. And a 7-0 run by the Billikens just like that. Double team now feeds it to Mara. Mara, alley-oop. Dunk. Misses. Lenenborg missed the dunk on the alley-oop, and St. Louis will take it down. Finger roll blocked by Mara. Gets back in time. His second block of the game. But rebound falls for Otinio. That's a 9-0 run for the Billikens. Ball goes out at the under 12 timeout. 21-20. Otinio on the putback. And St. Louis back in front. And they're doing this without Avila right now, who's on 2 fouls. He got a moment to breathe, and the moment Avila came out, St. Louis went on a run. Funny how that worked out. Avila, the top player on the team, A-10 player of the year, averaging 13 per game. Right, they got 2 teams in this year, technically. That'll be their next year. But I think part of it, too, is their play against Gonzaga. How about Dunlap off the bench? 6 points, back-to-back threes. This tournament now, Dunlap is 5 for 8 from behind the arc. Averages about 7 per game this season, already up to 6. Want the underdog? Yep. Team still missing Michigan. Nope. Right, they got to go over 3 against Skagit, or 0-3 against Skagit. That is true. That is true. I want the underdog. Be a feel-good story. Definitely a feel-good story. Dunlap last game had 11. First time in double figures since the Davidson game on February 3rd. He's picking up right where he left off. 17 points off the bench this tournament thus far. In about, let's say, 20 minutes of action. What is a Billiken? That is a great question. It is a mythical good luck figure invented by a Missouri art teacher back in the early 1900s. It is it's a charm doll. It's completely made up. The 15 people who picked St. Louis over Michigan have perfect brackets. The service having the guts to go for the upset. Yeah, if you have a perfect bracket, you went with a 9 over the 1. Power to you. More power to you for living on the edge. We're at commercial break right now. Happy Trollface guy. Yep, pretty much. It's a good way of looking at it. Happy Trollface guy. You know, it's not a bird. Nope. It's a good luck figure. Yeah, and if you do want to have a Billiken emoji or Wolverine emoji, we do have emojis in the chat. You can share this for either one of the teams. And $10 for gets in the LED board behind me. It's going to update you on all the scores for college basketball taking place today. But right now, there's only one game on. So, 21-20, a 9-0 run for St. Louis going into the under 12 timeout. 71% you still on Michigan to win this one at the under 12. And if you like what you see, folks, it does help the channel out a ton. If you hit that like button and subscribe, hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single stream that we go live for. We're on the road to 100K. We're back on our way here. Pick set by Johnson. 3-ball for Cadeau. Got it. 23-21. Pick St. Louis. Nice. Stops the 9-0 run. Number 3 for 3. Cadeau knocks down his second of the game. Now driving on the right side. Feeds it down low. Got it to go. Otinio, back-to-back buckets for him with a contact and one. Your FanDuel, BetMGM, John Boy, and Polymarket. Oof. That's a stand-up company. Come on, the Duke game? Yep, we're doing all the games. We are doing all the games today. If there's multiple games on at the same time, we call them all. So, yeah, I'm doing the Duke game. But Otinio going to the line. Brown for Louisville playing today? I haven't heard anything. Otinio gets the free throw to go. 78% free throw shooter. He's up to 5 points. 12 points off the bench right now for St. Louis. Now Cadeau taking it down the right side. He'll feed off to the near corner. Burnett pump fake on the 3. Now looks to drive inside. Finger roll in the near block. Can't get it. Otinio gets the board. He'll feed it down to Sharma. And now taking it down is Dion Brown. Brown trying to drive inside by the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Will go back up top. Just resend the play after Dunlap fell down. Sharma kicks out to the right side for Jones. Jones crossing over. Feeds it back up top. Floater here. Sharma. Fouled, and one. The bench is getting it done right now for St. Louis. 26-23. Sharma drawing the contact. A 14-3 run for the Billikens. About to be 15-3 if Sharma hits this free throw. Sharma, 86% the line this season. Got it. Was 20-12 Michigan, and just like that, a 15-3 run. You just saw the graphic on your screen. Yeah, we're covering the Duke game. Yep. We are covering the Duke game. The bench has outscored the starting lineup for St. Louis so far. McKinney spins around with a far elbow, kicks it out to Cadeau. Cadeau trying to drive inside on Sharma, spins around by the low block on the far side, gets it to go over the hands of Sharma. One hand, let's see St. Louis win. On the other hand, need Michigan to advance the lead from a group. Conflict there. Jones, step back 3. Gets some separation over Lendenborg, but can't get it to go. Rebound falls for Cadeau. He's got 5 straight for Michigan. Cadeau feeds it to the near corner. McKinney catch and shoot 3 on the near side. Got it. Over Dion Brown, and Michigan back up by 1. We're for Michigan because it drives my cousins nuts. Living in Ann Arbor, they graduated for state. Oh, man. You can see how that would be a bit insane. Definitely an enemy territory. Pick up high, set by Otinio. Jones from the third block floats it up on the right side, doesn't even hit the rim. Wild shot there. McKinney gets the board. Yeah, Michigan is your champion. You'd be screwed on that one. McKinney driving inside on the near side, loses the handle. But Michigan gets it right back. Baby hook too short for Johnson on the far side, and last touch by Michigan. Going back to St. Louis. With 9:08 to go. McKinney had that corner 3 that just showed on your replay. He had 10 points last game for Michigan. One of 5 players in double figures. Double sub here for the Wolverines. And right now, St. Louis is doing this without Avila, who's on 2 fouls. No reason to play him right now. Once it gets out of hand, there's no reason to play Avila on 2 fouls. Nah, yeah, you're doing all right, McCautry. He checks back in. Otinio. Beeson down low in the absence right now of Avila. Block shot there on the 3. Cadeau. Gets it at the top, and now McKinney will take it down. Feeds out to Mara. Checks back in for the Wolverines. Cadeau. Feeds it back to Mara, driving inside on the far side. Otinio on the coverage. Baby hook, can't get it. Otinio, 6'9", is on the height. The Quinnipiac transfer, but plays tight defense there on Mara. And rebound goes for St. Louis. They're going to get a double dribble. McContry. Something you don't see all the time. I'm going to have my not so legal stream. Oh, wow. Well, I'm watching on a legal stream, so. Right, if it's right, illegal is usually like 2 hours behind. So you couldn't memorize all the players' fans. Appreciate you, the irrelevant fan. Appreciate you, man. You know, call like an actual game. Call like an actual game. Johnson up top. It goes for McKinney. McKinney guard up top by Green. Feeds out to the far side. It's Cadeau. He'll try a deep three over the hands of McContry. Can't get it, but tip back. Nice tip back there by Michigan. Second chance. Shetter checks it for the first time for Michigan. Layup here on the near side. Gets it to go with the contact. Thanks to the tip back by Johnson. Now Michigan on a scoring run. Green takes it down for St. Louis. Goes back to the logo up top for McContry. Now Avia checks back in. Otinio will get a breather. Avia. Nice cut there. McContry gets it to go on the layup. 30-29. Nice feed by Avia from the right elbow. Cuts it to the left side. Now McKinney. Pick on the right side set by Johnson. Not there, so going to reset the play with Mara up top. Swings it around to Cadeau. Cadeau gets a pick from Mara on the left side. Now Cadeau will try the wild layup. Can't get it. Johnson gets the board. He gets fouled on the floor. No shot. We go the under 8 timeout. Found the floor. That's 6. Yeah, keeping it close right now. St. Louis keeping it close. 30-29. Again, we're going to be live for all the games today. I truly mean all the games. We have this one, then 30 minutes after, we got Louisville against Michigan State. Then we have 6 games. There will be some overlap. There will be moments where there will be 2 games at once. Moments where there will be 3 games at once. Every now and then we'll have 3 games at once. We're going to call all of them at the exact same time. Always remember the first game Saturday is usually the 2 late winners on Thursday night because of prime time. That's why. CBS, usually it's CBS. Those teams are the CBS teams, and they want them on Thursday night in prime time because they get the highest ratings. And then Saturday, the standalone, they want them in the primetime windows. Same thing Friday, Sunday, for the most part. Yeah, St. Louis was the team I was worried about in the tournament. Yeah, I didn't know it's St. Louis. I didn't know because obviously on one hand, they played their butts off to start the year off. On the other hand, obviously the last month of the season was not great for them. Could be fired? Oh, crap. Well, he should be. Davis should be fired. That would be nuts. What a fall from grace. This year also crushed the previous record of 30 Canadians. There's 36. I did not know that. Keep in mind, St. Louis this year has not played a team ranked inside the top 25 at the time. Michigan, obviously, number 2 in the nation in the net ranking. By far the toughest opponent the Billikens have played this year, but playing well so far. Keep you updated on the foul trouble for both these sides. Like I mentioned earlier, Avia's got 2. No one else with more than 1 on either side. Now, Zach, let me check. Both teams shooting well from 3. Each team with 4 threes to their name. You hear the Charles administration, including the transfer, are evaluating all aspects of the program. Oh. Okay, so maybe next week. For example, the Natty in 22 weeks make awful sense. And that wasn't really his team. Dude, that was not really his team. How can you force top teams to play mid-majors like St. Louis? The net rank. The problem is with the net rankings. You have to change the net rankings. You have to change the net rankings. You almost need a system where you accumulate points. Where like if you beat, like you don't get punished for, I don't know how you do it, but Actually, going to say it was a shooting foul, so John's at the line shooting too. They're only 2 for 6 at the line today so far. First free throw is good. Where if you... I think the problem is that there's only 4 quadrants. I think that's the problem. There's only 4 quadrants. There's no difference, technically speaking, between playing like 125 and on your home floor and playing 300 in the net ranking. There needs to be more quadrants. I think that's the thing. There needs to be more quadrants. All right, back away here for hitting both free throws. First 2 for 2 trip today for Michigan at the line. Sharma gets it on the left side, feeds it to the top for Avia. Try to drive here, posting up on the right block. And a blocking foul in Michigan. That'll be their 4th. Because right now, it's like, why would you play a good mid-major? Why would you play a good mid-major if you can play a bad one and guarantee a win? And it will count exactly the same. Anyway, Weather Fan gets a membership. Appreciate you, man. Michigan going to lose. I mean, they're up by 3 right now. I'm not going to bet on it, but... Appreciate you, man, for the Queens game last night. Appreciate you, man. As always, back up top it goes after the 4th foul, Michigan. On the left side here, Sharma. Up top from McContry. McContry driving inside the left block. Looks to put it up, gets the contact. No foul. Blocked by Mara. His 3rd of the game. Stays with St. Louis underneath with 6 on the shot clock. Mara gets the block. Averages about 2.6 blocks per game. Yeah, BPI was better, yeah. That was a good idea in theory. But off the inbound. Back to the inbounder. McContry misses the layup. I think it's going to be goaltending. Yeah, goaltending? Yeah, going to be goaltending. Yeah, how do you change the quads? Yeah, that's the tough part. Yeah, Mara made contact. After it was off the backboard. Yep, that hit the top of the backboard. Michigan makes the Final Four. Either my natty. Yep, that hit the backboard. Mara's got 3 blocks today. Can't get a 4th. Too late on that one. Down to a 1-point game. Cano will take it down. He'll try a 3 from the top off the pick from Mara. Got it. 35-31. Well, you almost seen a system where if you play a team outside the top 150 in the net ranking, like you don't get, I don't want to say don't get credit for it. Avia tries the 3. He struggles from 3 today. For hitting the first, he's missed his last 4. Misses down the left side. Yeah, high one for circus tonight. Let's go. Gonna be a crazy game. Be a crazy game. Post up here's Mara. Kicks out wide on the near side. Lendenborg open for 3. Got it. Back-to-back 3s for the Wolverines. It's up to a 7-point game. Lendenborg up to 7 points. Now Avia up top on the left elbow. There is something to be said that St. Louis is playing worse with Avia. 3 ball on the right side. That one off the backboard. Not even close for St. Louis. Rebound falls for the Wolverines. It's Lendenborg. He'll feed it down low to Mara. Mara trying to post up here on Avia on the near side. No help defense. Spins around his man with ease. The floater is good. 9-point game. Largest lead for the Wolverines. So they're on a run. Let's go, men. Go blue. There is something to be said. Avia pump fake on the 3. Down by the free throw line. Backdoor cut. McContry. Foul on the floor. This is going to be number 5. How many arcs that could be the game of the tournament? It's going to be high-paced. It could be fast-paced. If both teams play well, it will be the game of the tournament. Because of the fast-paced nature of it. St. Louis spread live. Oh, man. But St. Louis looked a lot better with the bench in there versus the starters. 100 million, but I can't measure my ceiling fan for 3 days. I need to measure my ceiling fan every hour. Right, sliding scale? Yeah, exactly. Right, there should be a sliding scale. Something like that, because right now there's no difference. If you schedule a mid-major on your home floor, that's like 130 in the net ranking, versus if you schedule a 300, it's exactly the same, but you have a chance of losing the first one. Over 200 points? Oh, I don't know about that. That'd be insane. St. Louis offensive foul on the inbound. I'll be at 7. Kentucky already played the game of the tournament. Yeah, that was a crazy ending. Yeah, pushing foul from behind McContry. So he tries to get inside. on Cadeau. Yeah, Jefferson, that did not look good at the under 16 timeout. That did not look good. As soon as I saw the crutches and saw him not getting up, I was like, oh no. That's a big loss for the Cyclones. Such a good player, too. Was he second score on the team? Cadeau, crossing over here on the near side. Now look to drive inside. Floats it up. Too strong on the lamp over the hands of Jones. Rebound the play by Dunlap. Dunlap will take it down the left side here. 9-point game. Avila up top. Avila picks up his dribble. Now we'll go back to Logo for Dunlap. Sets a pick on the right side. Avila does. 3-ball. Dunlap, he's 3 for 3 today. From behind the arc. 40-34. Cadeau. Up top for Mara. Mara gets off the near side. McKinney. 3-ball the near side. That one misses way too short. Falls right back for Mara, though, on the far side. Now, that would not work. That would not work at all. Driving Cyrus McKinney. McKinney spins around. Finger roll on the second block on the near side. Got it. Because some of these teams intentionally schedule games that they know they're going to lose so that they get the money. But they can't be set schedules like that. Yeah, Wilkins on Furman is insane. Yeah, he was so good. Wilkins and House yesterday were nuts. St. Louis drives inside. It's going to be a travel. Jones moved his feet a little bit too much. Trying to go quickly there on the left block. Back to Michigan. Because different teams have different philosophies. Like, if you did that, half the schools would go bankrupt. Because they need the guarantee game money. Like, they need that money. Like, all the teams in the SWAC would just cease to exist if you did that. Cadeau gives it off on the far side. 3-ball, catch and shoot. Shetter can't get it to go. Mara checks out. Shetter's in. Let's go St. Louis. How's it going? Derico, appreciate you tuning in. No, he's not good. I mean, he's like the last guy in for a reason. Like, he only comes in like a 40-point game. He's just really tall. But he's also a freshman, so... It's a redshirt freshman, so... There's still time to improve, but he's just really, really tall. Jones gives off the left elbow. Pump fake here. Driving inside is Brown. Brown loses the handle. Back to Avila, though. Pump fake trying to drive inside on Johnson. Fadeaway jumper blocked by Johnson. Avila struggles to continue. And a 30-second violation. Shot clock violation. Johnson gets the block there. It's a block party for Michigan right now. Relegate to D2. Okay, well, that doesn't solve anything. However, it starts like to be a crazy game. Yep. I'm rooting for High Point in that one, obviously, as a High Point alum. So, we go the under 4 timeout. Avila just 1 for 6 from the field, and that should look worse with him out there than they have with Otinio, who's more points off the bench in that 5 spot. I think it's going to win, Michigan. I think Michigan's going to win this game. Right now, Michigan shooting very well from 3. 6 for 9, 67%. Mara, great game for him. 9 points, 3 blocks. Right, Nick Saban played at Kent State, and so he would always schedule Kent State for Alabama as a favor. Yeah, because they could give Kent so much money if they lose. Yep. Those buy-in games for football are millions of dollars. Arizona wins it all, unfortunately. That's a darn good team. That's a darn good team in Arizona. It's a deep, too. I mean, Koa would be the number 1 player on half the teams in the tournament right now. He's the number 3, arguably. Burries is so good as a freshman. You know, he got more playing time in a smaller school. Oh, yeah, big time. But Florida's good for development long term, yeah. Especially with that height, you don't want to rush him. Got like 6 and past half hour? Yeah, I don't control the odds. I don't control them. That is odd. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. We're officially over 72.3 in terms of subs. Appreciate all you guys a ton for being here. We have over 320 in the chat right now. You guys have been awesome. And $10 some more gets your name on that LED board behind me right here, which updates all the scores. We're going to keep everything updated throughout the day. We're going to be live for all the games today. We're going to be live for all 12 hours of coverage, starting with this game and take you to the end of the High Point, Arkansas game in Portland. And that's going to start around 9:45 Eastern time, approximately. And we're with the tour. Appreciate you, man. If High Point wins the whole thing, what would I do? I'd be dead at that point. High Point wins the whole thing, I am probably dead of a heart attack. Like, I'm just happy we won a game. It's only the second time ever a Big South team has won a tournament game, not counting the first 4, in 40-plus years of the conference existing. I think it existed, 1985 or 86 was the first year of the conference? No one's made it to the second weekend, let alone win it all. Like, I don't even want to think that far. I don't even know what would happen. Just want to get by Arkansas. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's going to happen. But if 5 Point does win it all, it'll be the happiest moment of my life. By far. You'll probably be dead by the Sweet 16. Yep. It'll be the happiest moment of my life if 5 Point wins it all. That Big South just means more. Yep. Where winners are made. Found the channel we found during the conference tournament. We'll be glad to tune in for the future, except when in conflict with UFC and time. And all good. All good. Appreciate you, Mystic. We should be doing some UFC at some point. Now it's on Paramount, I can get it. So we should be doing that at some point. We'll be live for all the games. Not just college basketball, but MLB, UFL when that starts up. NFL, college football, World Cup. We were live for the Olympics and the Paralympics this year. Cadeau. And Stanley Cup playoffs will be live for. Cadeau. Driving down the near side. Finger roll on the near block. Can't get it. Rebound the play falls for St. Louis with 3:22 to go. Brown gets the board for the Billikens. Half faith upsets the men for March. I'm just happy we got this far. Whatever happens here is gravy. Thames. Up top to Jones. Jones catch and shoot three. Too strong. St. Louis has got a bit cold from three as of late. Three ball on the near side on the give from Cadeau. Can't get it. It was Lenenborg on that one, I believe. It was Lenenborg. I catch shoot three for St. Louis on the right side. That one no good. Foul on the floor, though, going against Michigan. Trying to get the rebound. So going to stay with the Billikens. Being out today, I just want to say go blue and rip your voice from Monday. Yep, my voice is going to be interesting. Your baseball program at High Point's filthy, yeah. Yeah, that's a good team. That's a darn good team. Taking 2 out of 3 out of Florida. Yeah, what a time for High Point Sports. Women's team makes a tournament. Men's team makes a tournament. Men's soccer wins a game in the tournament. And they go to, I think, the Sweet 16 against Georgetown. The baseball team takes 2 out of 3 out of Florida. Wait, for anything said, I did not see that. Oh. I did not see that. I guess the city close to pin wins Miami. Let's go on the over, baby. How's it going to marker? So far, so good, I believe. 42-34. Gotta be good for the over. Pass deflected, but goes up top on the right elbow to Otinio. And then offensive foul. Otinio with the flying elbow. Trying to create some separation. That's 8 on St. Louis. Where these schools rely on guarantee money. You have to remember, a lot of these schools do not... athletics do not make money. Like, you have athletics for recruiting purposes and for, like, school pride and whatnot. But a lot of these schools do not make money on athletics. They're going to review this play for a flagrant one. The flying elbow there on Burnett. Yeah, Reed was insane. Yeah, 31 points, 27 boards. That final possession, too, where UConn held the ball for like 2 minutes in a row. Person who copied the stream have express rank and send share my broadcast. See the nuts. The person that copied the thumbnail changed their thumbnail, too. They, the person that copied the thumbnail, they changed it. They didn't want the smoke. They changed the thumbnail. Yeah, the biggest blowout was Loyola Chicago in 1963. Second biggest was last night. Right, football makes money, most sports don't. Not even football makes money. I mean, some of these schools, like SEC, it does, but a lot of these schools, football does not make money. Football is a very expensive thing to run because of the equipment and the players. Football loses millions of dollars at most of these schools. Obviously not like SEC. We're not talking like Alabama and Florida or Ohio State that's losing money, but football's an expensive sport. Wait for Sister Jean to watch that blowout. Wrong Loyola. That's Loyola Chicago. Loyola Marymount is that team in Maryland. Where obviously, yeah, that doesn't count, Jackson. No, that does not count. Where did he have implied to walk on set? Yeah, classic Simpsons line. Guys, High Point will get a football team? I do not think so. I think we would have gotten one by now. I think Nito wants to, and I completely agree with him. I think we're going to expand other sports. I think hockey. We're going to go for hockey. And we're going to go for softball, I think. Gymnastics, yeah. I think hockey and softball. No, they wave off the foul. They're going to change it to a defensive foul. So 1-1 coming up. Hit that like button. Appreciate you, Lou. Appreciate you, a marker. Right, no, Ohio State Big Ten. Yeah, right. SEC Big Ten schools, yeah. If you let up 149 points, just disband your program at that point. Or the average football, just take care of the kids, was about $250K per year. Your football takes all the resources. That's why a lot of schools get rid of football. Like Hofstra was losing, I think, $6 million a year on football when they got rid of the program. 1-1 here for Otinio. First one, line drive out. This is the front of the 1-1. Loyal Chicago. Oh, okay. On that one, yeah. So missed the front end. Alley-oop! What a find! Lenenborg with the dunk. The feed from Gale. Largest lead today for the Wolverines. I know, exactly. The roster is expensive. Also, you need a stadium. Like other sports, you can share facilities. You can't really share with football. Otinio. Give himself on the left side. 3-ball. Dunlap. Misses that. He's got 3 threes today. Can't get that one. Outside of Dunlap, St. Louis has not really been good from 3 this game. Cadeau gives it off on the near side to Lenenborg. Lenenborg dumps it down low to Mara. Trying to post up on Otinio on the near side. 2 minutes to go in the half. Layup. Foul. Otinio getting called for that one. Mara's going to shoot 2. Yeah, I should make a high-point football team. Well, I don't have the money for it. Football and soccer can share. Again, you need to buy goalposts. You think goalposts are expensive? How much do you think a goalpost costs? Right, don't tell Syracuse that. First free throw is good for Mara. Like, you need to buy the equipment. How's it going, Arctic? Appreciate you tuning in. Where they used to have football back a long time ago. They haven't since 1950. UFC commentary, at some point we'll do it. At some point, once the schedule... During the summertime, we should be able to do some. Second free throw. Line drive misses short. Rebound the play for St. Louis. And loses the handle. Thames lost the handle. They're going to get a reach and foul on Gale. Or no. Yeah. Wait, reach and foul on St. Louis. Step over the goalpost. Yep, there you go. Right, like a lacrosse goal's not too bad. Yeah, Thames lost the handle, and Gale got it, and Thames got the reach and foul, not Gale. So 1-1 coming up here. Dealing with dead arm. Oh, jeez. From bad to worse for the Angels. First free throw is good. Right, D2 is like the worst of both worlds, because you have to pay, like, you have scholarships, but also you don't have the support. Actually, you're also making that trade, yep. Second free throw for Gale. 2 strong. 1 for 2. Rebound the play falls for St. Louis. Michigan strung off the line. You go short $8,000. You multiply that by 2 now as well. Avila. Pick on the left side set by Dunlap. That's why they protect the goalpost. You ever wonder why security allows you to rush the field, storm the field, but they always have guys around the goalpost? Yeah, because they're expensive. McCautry, floater. For the post up. Gets it down to a 10-point game. High points chances, not good. Right, it costs a lot of money, but that's why I have a super chats. Yep. Right, D2 has scholarships, D3 doesn't. Yep. Stolen away, St. Louis on the near side. Sharma, crossover with 110, trying to get by McKinney. Gives off layup on the right side, can't get it, but fouled, and Thames will go to the line shooting 2. Yeah, Dylan Cruz, he was like, what, the number 3 prospect in baseball at one point? Yeah, it's not looking good for him right now. Yeah, Arkansas matches up very well against High Point. Arkansas doesn't turn the ball over. They have size down low. You have those 2 things, you can beat High Point. Thames at the line. He's got 11 points. Right, 11 points last game. Gets the first. But the school gets fined, but they can pay the fine. The goalposts. Like, if you ever watch a field storm, sometimes there's something you can do. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. It's just mob mentality. My goalpost stroke up buried. No, I got you on that one. Stop moving the goalpost. I got you on that one, Joe. But Tish. I got you there. There's not a giant gap between D2 and D3. No, like Mount Union can play with everyone. Mount Union can play with the best of D2. Second free throw, no good. 1 for 2 that trip. AL Central, I have Detroit winning it. I like that rotation this year. I like that rotation. White Sox should be better. They were not bad second half of last season. I think Twins finished last. Cadeau goes up top here. Lenenborg gets a pick. Now back to Cadeau. Mara from the left elbow feeds it down low. Stolen away. Good anticipation there by St. Louis. It's Brown. Kicks out to the left corner. Extra pass to keep that ball in play. Dunlap. They won't get the 2-for-1. Crossover on the right side. Up top it goes. Pump fake. Here's Sharma. Kicks out to the right side. Otinio. Baseline jumper on the left side. Brown. Got it. Down to a 7-point game. Timeout on the floor with 24 seconds. Arctic with a 2. I appreciate you, man. I picked St. Louis and High Point for the Elite Eight. Oh, man. Whew. Going on the edge. I love it. I have High Point winning it all in my High Point wins it all bracket. But that's about other than that. You know, the Twins, they have cheap ownership. Arkansas tough with a cuff and that other freshman. Yeah, it's going to be tough to match him. Yeah, it's going to be extremely tough. It's more, I'm not worried about, I don't want to say I'm not worried about a cuff. Because I am. I mean, he's so good. I'm worried about down low. Because the biggest thing for High Point is play down low. Our biggest weakness in Big South play, the only guy giving us fits was Logan Duncombe. He was so good on Winthrop. I mean, you have guys with that size. That's been our Achilles heel. Sakino is a good defensive player, but he doesn't have the height necessarily. He swung for the fences. Anyone who storms the field gets suspended for the rest of the semester and they fail all their classes. Because you're going to fail like the entire school at that point. You would fail the entire school in certain situations. Also, that would be no one would go to that school at that point. It would get less funding because less people are graduating. I'm sure the donors would throw a fit about that. The donors would stop donating if you did that. It failed everyone. Also, that means I stormed the court. I stormed the field in the ASU Oregon game in 2019. That means I fail. Law school, yeah. Good luck getting any more enrollments. Yeah, exactly. Right, D3 is, like, that's academics. Yeah, a lot of it's academics. Make a federal law then? Oh my God, we have so many other issues. Now we can't even get the government open right now. We need to make a law about field storming. That every school is required to do that? It'll be opposite of the year. They're going to make it through 16. We'll see. We will see on that one. I hope so. I hope you're right on that one, Marco. I'm going to lose my mind if they do it. I'm going to lose my mind if they can do it. Like, I do think there should be a delayed field storming. I'm in the camp that you should not storm the field 60 seconds after the game. Get them off the field safely. Or at least protect the sideline. Well, or maybe it was already exclusive window. Best player to die young, Hank Gathers. I go Len Bias, but Gathers is really good. I go Len Bias. I know we did the Army-Navy thing, but that's a little bit different because that's already an exclusive window. That changes nothing. It's almost like saying no MLB, no baseball games can be played the second Sunday in February. It's like, that's not an issue. I know exactly right there. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's overkill. All right, back and away here. 46-39. Michigan takes it down. Shot clock turned off. 7-point game. Cadell. Pick on the right side set by Mara. Now up top it goes for Mara. We'll give it off at half court to Lenenborg. Lenenborg, 6 on the shot clock. And that's a foul away from the play. It's a bad foul there up high by Dion Brown with 5.6. And Michigan's going to shoot 2 free throws. Yeah, Pete Maravich was up there, but he did have an NBA career, yeah. So I don't count that. How is college sports going to get you ready for the pros? First free throw here. That is not even close to true, I'm a Weather fan. That's not even... You do always say, like, none of these guys go pro. Like, the odds of going pro if you're a D1 athlete are like 2%. If you think the point of college athletics is to get you ready for the pros, that is a gross misunderstanding of what college athletics is about. Second free throw is good. He goes 2 for 2 that trip. VCU comeback, I think you got to fire Davis. You have to fire Davis at this point if you're UNC. I mean, to allow the comeback and then to not get a field goal in overtime. And the turnover, I mean, it was insane. It was insane. 5.6 to go. Gives it back to the inbounder. Kicks out to the near corner. Pump fake on the 3 now. Green will try the 3. It's blocked. That's Mara. That's his 4th block of the half. And it is. Mara already more blocks today than his season average. We go to the halftime break. Right, minor leagues are getting ready for the pros. Yeah. That's what the minor leagues are about. How's it going, Detroit? Be here for a while before I head to work. All right, Wolverines game going exactly as expected so far. Yep. Mara's been a beast so far. 10 points, 4 blocks. And Avia struggling. 3 points, 1 for 6 shooting for the star player on the Billikens. McCautry with 10. For Michigan, 3 players in double figures. Cadeau, Mara, and Lenenborg, with Cadeau leading the way with 12. Michigan 60% from the 3-point line. And St. Louis cannot buy a 3 right now. Take Dunlap out of the equation. They're just 2 for 12. Everyone's feeding me that 2%? No, they're not. You think the walk-ons? You think the walk-ons at... I'll put it this way. High Point, we got walk-ons like Irving, Fonville. You think walk-ons are thinking, I'm going to go in the NBA? They go on the team and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to make it in the NBA. That is not true at all. You good for Michigan? Yep, got to convert the free throws. Yeah, the free throw shooting has been the one concern. Is there on the front foot? 57% from the free throw line is not going to get it done. Right, even Alabama football, vast majority of players don't make a practice squad? Yeah. Like if you're a 5-star player, okay, you're trying to go for the pros. 4-star player too, but like after that, I mean, it's hard. Oh wait, what the heck did I do here? That is not what I meant to do. I meant to take the fouls off. Oh, nothing. Yep, 48-39. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, Sidney Brown getting traded. That's going to be an interesting secondary now in Philly. That is an interesting secondary because you lose Blankenship. You lose Brown. Yeah, just for a pick swap, too. You're walking like big if it's Bronny James, yeah. Well, even Bronny, he wasn't a walk-on. Bronny had talent out of high school. River, Michigan, because they make Final Four and UConn wins them locked to win my pool. Let's go. Right, if your entire football education consists in rewatches of Remember the Titans. A weird sense of amateur to pro stats as well, yes. We got High Point in the Final Four. Am I going to Indy? Yes. Well, I'm going Sweet 16. If they make it to the Sweet 16, I'll go. How do you know High Point can't win it all? 15C once made to the Elite 8. I mean, there's no sense we can't win it all, but I don't think it's going to happen. Right, Brian's only there because of his dad, yeah. He was good coming out of high school, but he did nothing in college. He was off the bench on a team with a losing record at USC. You know, I've Arkansas the Final Four, too. Points? Yeah, 48-39. But the 15C never made the Final Four, right? Again, St. Peter's made the Elite 8. They got halfway there. Right, he was always a marketing creation. They could play, just not compared to some of the other guys. Right, he played himself, yeah. And he wasn't even a walk-on. Safe for St. Louis not lose by 15? No. I don't think it's safe for that. Michigan's getting good looks down low. St. Louis can't buy a bucket. They're not getting great looks, and they're stopping Avila. They're shutting him down. And he's in foul trouble, too. Avila's on 2 fouls, so they're shutting him down. Right, he has a hard issue. Yes, he does. He was off the bench to start, and then the hard issue really didn't make things good for him. Percentage chance given to beat Arkansas, 5%. It's not high. Not high. If Loyola can do it, so Coke and High Point, but I doubt it, yeah. 11 size pick for Final Four, yeah. High Point is a 12. Right, 8 is the highest to make the title game. Or win the title. 8's the highest to win the title. Back in 85. And we're at halftime right now, 48-39 your score. We're live for all the games today. Louisville, Michigan State will take place 30 minutes after this one. By some miracle, we'll get Michigan High Point. Meet up at Lucas Oil. I'm down. It's not going to happen, but I'm down. George Mason? Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, there was controversy with them even making the tournament because Hofstra had the better resume, but George Mason got in as an at-large. George Mason got into the field and went on that Cinderella run as the 11th seed. Right, now, yeah, FAU, yeah. Who was better? The better team by far was UMBC. Fairleigh Dickinson did not even win their conference. Fairleigh Dickinson got in on a technicality because the winner of the conference was not eligible because they were making the jump to D1. The better team by far was UMBC. That was a 14 seed disguised as a 16 seed. Hybrid Florida, that'd be the funniest matchup possible. Yep. $500 on the over needs to hit. I want to cut if they do it. That'd be insane. People hit on Zona but because they don't shoot threes, but this could be the year. They're a dark team, and they got a lot of depth. There's really no weak links in that starting lineup. That's the crazy part. It's a darn good team. Right, I'll find a way to Detroit on that one. Save type one best for last for the upset. Hope so. Hope so. West Virginia wants to win in 2019. Yep. Yeah, but UMBC was underseeded that year. Fairleigh Dickinson had no business being in the tournament. Yeah, Marvin vs. Cuff could be fireworks. Yep. Yeah, Taker was a 9. Yep. Yeah, no, the highest to win a title was 8, but the highest to make it is 9. Better story? Oh, the better story, I would go with UMBC because that's the first time it happened. And then they kept it close to the second game against Kansas State. There was a legit chance they could make the Sweet 16. Picked up my bracket. Arkansas beat them in the second round. Yeah, I have Arkansas in the Final Four. Arkansas is a darn good team. Yeah, 19 was a really good Final Four. A lot of close games. Right, 24 Purdue could not do it, 2019 Virginia. But they came close. Made it to the final. But they shut down Edie. Or they didn't shut down Edie. They shut down the rest of the team. Yeah, it was great for the memes. Yeah. Did they hype on jersey shirts? I grew out of them. And Syracuse did with the last team being in the tournament, yeah. I think when Syracuse made the Final Four a decade ago, that changed the game for mid-majors. It made it a lot tougher for mid-majors to get in. Because, like, oh, these teams that have 13, 14 losses in power conferences, they can go on a run. They're more likely to go on a run than some of these mid-majors. And for lunch, I'm going to go with cultural relevance to me, pizza. Going pizza. Right, no, highest ever, not the best team. Right, exactly. Yeah. Go pizza on that one. How's it going, RFK? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I used to have High Point shirts, but I grew out of them. Right, literally high seed numerically, yep. I had a lot when I was in college, but you lose some weight, good things happen. No, I scared him off. He actually changed the thumbnails afterwards. It's funny, he actually changed the thumbnails. If you go to his channel, he literally changed the thumbnails to just generic March Madness thumbnails. He got scared off. Best Cinderella team. Or the best? Loyola was the best. The most fun was Florida Gulf Coast. But the best, pound for pound, was Loyola. But I have one shirts on the cases. I think they're back in New York. The Arkansas needs to cup the score around 30 every game to have a chance. Yeah, but he can do it. And they have play down low. They have guys down low, and that they have a height advantage big time over High Point. Thoughts on the Bruins? They're playing a lot better since Cronin called them out. Playing a lot better since Cronin called them out. I'm impressed by UCLA. If UConn plays like it did yesterday, outside of Reed, they play like they did yesterday, UCLA's got a good shot to win. Loyola Chicago or St. Peter's? Loyola. That was a better run, too. You acted tough in my extra place, yep. You know, if you look at the channel, he literally changed the thumbnails. Yeah, the best was Butler, yeah. Well, Butler, the first time to do it in Indianapolis. Oh, man. Dual Loyola, Chicago, and Michigan alum, that's already ruled. Oh, I bet. Yeah, Rip Sister Gene, absolutely humane on that one. Yep, Shark retired. He got hurt a lot. He has not been great since, I would say, 2020 or 2019. But I liked him. I liked him a lot with the Jaguars. Pro Bowler in 2019 with the Jags. Our semi-final four in baseball for Big Brother came knocking. How's it going, Michael? Yep, no, Truck just retired yesterday, yep. Yeah, look, George Mason has a good shot. George Mason or Loyola, it would be one of those two. That's the debate. It's got to be one of those two. Did today assume? Yeah, I would. UCLA is given they got lucky 4-14 on free throws. Yeah, UCF going 4-14 on free throws. They were 1 for 10 at one point in the second half. That's not going to get it done. It was against a weak team, but I would say played very well even if losing the best player. Yeah. Yeah, Jefferson, it sucks if they lost Jefferson. It sucks if they lost Jefferson, and early on, too. They won a nice run without him. After Jefferson went down, they won a 21-0 run? So the regions do make geographic sense. The thing is that the regions are named after where the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 are. So the regions make sense in that regard. The first round games are played all over the country, and you can have multiple regionals or multiple regions taking place in an arena. So that's why. So look at, let's say, later today. Later today, TCU will play Duke in the East region. That's in South Carolina. Then that same arena, you have a South region game. Can TCU keep it close? Look, if Duke plays like last time, they can. Boozer turns it over a lot. So the regions make geographic sense. It's based on where the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 are. It's not based on where the first and second round games are. Otherwise, yeah, that would make no sense. It was a good deep there for the Lions. Yeah, he could go deep. He was a good vertical guy. I was not crazy about the pick when we drafted him in 2018, but he was not good as a rookie, but second year he really took off. The game, it's at halftime right now, Jonathan. The game's at halftime. There's no game to call. It's literally at halftime. There's a commercial break bar that lets you know when the game's a commercial. There's no game taking place right now. It's at halftime. It's 48-39. Appreciate tuning in. Believe me, we call the game. We call the game when it takes place. Scabboo's comments, I did not hear about that. No, it's all good. It's all good. But no, literally, we're at halftime right now. What did Scabboo say? Yeah, don't worry. When the game is back, we call it like radio style. He thinks CT is an excuse. It's not a real thing. Look, he's wrong. He's 100% wrong. But if anyone is going to say that, it's going to be Cam. If anyone's crazy enough to say that CT is fake, it's going to be Cam Scabboo. I mean, the man just runs on adrenaline. The man's going to have no brain by the time he's 35. Stop talking back and get back to work. Get back to work, Mr. Squidward. Most type of women's coverage. If it gets close. But I'm assuming Vandy wins that one by like 45. Thoughts on the Vols game tomorrow? I have Tennessee winning that one. I've not been sold on Virginia this year. I know they're a good team, but I thought they were a bit overseeded. Halftime is no excuse. Go play for the mentalist segment. O's is on? I don't even have the audio on. So I'll fill out brackets. Okay. O's promo's on, yep. Yeah, same kind of AB at this point? Yep, not surprised. Look, we knew that with Cam. We knew that with Scabboo. He's 100% wrong. Yeah, Tony Brown probably thinks that. Fan of Jim Rome? Not really. Not really. A little bit smug. A little bit arrogant for my liking. The over is toast? I don't know about that. His brain's the shape of a pancake. Look, if you told me one player in the NFL said CT is fake, you give me one guess, I'm going to get it right on the first try. Like, I think it'd be a little bit different if it was, like, let's say Trevor Lawrence saying CTE is fake or something like that. But like Cam Scabboo, he's the one guy I would think CTE is fake. He's gonna be a vegetable by 40. We all knew that. That's the way he plays. Seneca Rob. He is funny at times. Yeah, he is funny at times. Yeah, that was disappointing by Stone Cold. Yeah. 2018 run super special being a Michigan fan. My now wife and I started dating the day before the pool buzzer beater. Oh, that's awesome. That second round game. You're going to like this as a Michigan fan. So my cousins live in Texas. Well, I guess Gardner Johnson as well. Yeah. But, where does it go with that? Yeah, Cam and Dart are going to last long with how they play. Well, Dart I think could. I think Dart will get smarter. Cam will not last long. But the thing with with Michigan, I was there in 2013 in Arlington because it coincided with Easter. We spent Easter with my cousins in Texas. I was at the regional in the Sweet 16. Florida beat Florida Gulf Coast, but then Michigan, the first game with Michigan won the first game. Burke with a shot against Kansas. One of craziest plays I've seen live. Thoughts on Coach Prime of the Buffs? I don't think he's a good coach. I think he's a decent recruiter, but he's not good at X's and O's. And we saw that too at the HBCU level, the FCS level, when the teams were even on talent when it got to the Celebration Bowl, everything fell apart. I don't like that he has Warren Sapp as an assistant. I do like that he instills discipline, or tries to at least. But I don't like his assistant coaching staff at all. I don't think Deion's that good of a coach. What 5 seed or lower is the best chance at making the Final Four? Ooh. Vanderbilt. I would say Vanderbilt. The reason why I'm taking Vanderbilt, because they match up well against Florida. We saw them crush them in the SEC tournament, and Florida, in the regular season, Vandy lost by 2. Vanderbilt's a good team. I think Vanderbilt's got the best shot of any team 5 or lower. Yeah, honorable mention Quay Walker on that one, yep. I got that, Nick, on that one. How's it going, Cujo? Appreciate you from Broncos Country. Oh, yeah, the Jim Rome, Chris Everything. Yeah, oh, yeah. New York CT Giants. So, watch XFL football? You mean UFL? Yeah, we stream the UFL. I have a whole setup for the UFL. I've been live for the UFL for the last 3 years. When it was XFL, now the UFL. We go live for spring football. I'm excited. They got a lot of halftime performance now. Yeah, but Louisville, Columbus, Orlando, all getting teams this year. Should be a good year for Mike Rapoli and the UFL. So we'll be live for all the games. After March Madness, we're going to go live for every single game for UFL. That takes priority. So yeah, this will be the place for UFL, XFL, all that. Warren's down to 7 more? Thank God. Thank God for that. Thoughts on Marion? Don't know a ton about him. I know he was not that good at Sacramento State as a head coach, but then again, corner is a little bit different, so I don't know a whole lot about him. USFL, I did the playoffs of USFL. I did the playoffs. Right, I hated my ring 3s on Florida Easter Sunday. That was amazing. Yeah, I got over it later on because that one hurt the least of the 3 losses. So Florida had 4 straight Elite 8 appearances, and 3 of them they lost. That one hurt the least because that was just over after the start. That was over 5 minutes in. The Louisville game, that choke job hurt. And the first one, the Butler one, hurt. Because Butler was not a good team and they did not shoot well and they still won that game. Michigan did not hurt. That was like, you know what, they were a better team and when they just... That was over within 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, this is over. Do I watch anything besides sports? Not really. Not really. Jim Rose, Football Guy, Jim Guy, Corvette Guy? I've not heard that. I mean, when you do this for a living, I'm so blessed to be able to do this for a living, but it's like John Rothstein said, you have to ingrain yourself in the sport. Like, that takes first priority. Like, you have to immerse yourself in this world and really love it. I don't really have time for anything else. I mean, I have, like, free time and whatnot that I like spend with friends. Like, every now and then I'll have free time. Very rarely. Not this weekend, as you can probably tell. You like Florida Louisville? Yeah. But basically, my entire thing is just sports. Pick up on anime. The problem with anime is that there's like 1,200 episodes of each thing. I would never be able to get caught up. It's almost too much. Thoughts on the 2023 College World Series? Yeah, that final game was a joke. That final game was a joke. Does John watch other sports? No, it is not. He said with the whole Hamlin thing, he had not watched a Monday Night Football game since like the 90s with the Cowboys with Emmitt Smith. It was probably the Cowboys-Giants 95 game to open up the season. Do a great job of calling the games at the same time. Appreciate you on that one. Yeah, it gets a lot easier now. Gets a lot easier. A One Piece only went super long. Yeah, that's the big one. But if F5 was overrated, I don't think it was overrated. I thought it was a darn good team. I want to say it became a sports addict. Ooh, it was young. It was young. I would probably say around 2006. College World Series, I might be. I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Depends on what else is taking place. Problem is that the World Cup is this year. Problem is that it's going to interfere with the World Cup, so probably not this year. But we'll see. Only 40 to 50 episodes? Okay, maybe that. Too difficult to prove damages. Why are you threatening to sue now? Well, it's a little bit different when it's theft like that. It's a little bit different when it's clear-cut and obvious. I mean, it's not a fair use thing. Also, they had subs. That person had subs. That person has money and that person has subs. That's like an actual network. It's not like it was a random person with like 2 followers. That's a person with like huge clout. So. And they changed the thumbnail too. It worked. Thread them and it worked. Yeah, but now it gets a lot easier because we're going to have one game on at the same, one game on. Maybe there'll be overlap between 2 games or 3 games, but yeah, the news on TV, yeah, I don't really watch that anymore. Oh, wow, that one's summer. NASCAR race at some point, maybe, yeah. So I do have this thing called the Hundo Jack, where anyone who donates $100 gets to have me stream anything, no questions asked. Well, I like the 2016 College World Series. I like that as a Big South guy. You have to remember, Coastal Carolina was in the Big South at the time. They left the conference the very next day. But Coastal Carolina won the Big South, or won the NCAA tournament, the College World Series, while they were in the Big South. A Big South team winning a natty in any sport is nuts. That was the first and only time it's happened. Yeah, like I used to play a lot of video games. I don't even do that anymore. I'm so busy working and streaming. Best final of all time, UNC Michigan. That was a good one. Best final of all time. Oh, man. And obviously Houston, NC State. Duke Butler, Kansas, Memphis. But I would have to go UNC against Nova. To watch golf? Yeah, I watch golf. Yeah. Chance to get 4 games at once? No chance on that. Because what happens is that there's a standalone here, another standalone, and then 6 games left in the night slate. So they're split up over 3 arenas. So the most we get is 3. Rockets will shot for 1 win more than 45 games this year. There you go. There you go. Never tell me the odds. All right, here we go. Do we even lift, bro? I do work out twice a week. Yes, I do. Because otherwise I'd just be glued to the chair. Here we go. Back and away here. Michigan this time going right to left. St. Louis left to right. Back in the second half. Dumps it down low for Johnson. Layup there as he gets inside on McContry. Got it. 11-point game. You Duke, UConn, yeah. Hope this game is sad before I have to go to work. So far, so good. 11-point game. Yep. Yeah, I have the Nova UNC. Do fans want David Scott? No. No, they want him to get a lifetime extension. On the near side of Villa. Only 3 points that first half. A nice feed. Reverse lay-in. Wild layup. But got to go McContry off the back of the iron on the reverse lay from the far side. Oh, no, I know those games existed. Are you kidding me? Those were great games. Down on the right side, Johnson. Double teamed. Kicks it back to the free throw line. Extra pass to the left corner. 3 ball. Burnett. Open. Can't get it. Too strong. Michigan shot about 50% from 3 that first half. Can't get that one to go. Rebound the play. Falls for Great. Avila. Goes to the near side behind the arc. Jones. From the far elbow goes back up top to Avila. Avila down low. Too little on that pass. Mara gets the steal. Lenenborg. They got numbers here. 2-on-1 now. Going to kick it out on the left side. Open in the corner for 3. Johnson on the near side. Corner 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Michigan over 2 from 3 to start this one. In the second half. Now St. Louis off the dribble. 3 ball. Got it. From 30 feet out. In transition. 6-point game. Drive on the right side here from the second block. Kicks out to the left side. Open for 3. Burnett on the left side. Got it to go. Improve damages. Well, that's... It's more for stealing. It's more clear-cut theft. Arizona won an OT. Then you come that was their first natty. Layup here on the near side. Misses. Tight defense here setting up by Johnson. Rebound on the play. Right, that was OT. 97 was OT. That was a great game. But UNC Nova is my pick for the best one. Cadell, crossover here. Up top, gives down the right side to Johnson. Johnson swings it out to Burnett. Burnett to Mara down low over the hands of Avila. Got it. No help defense arrives. They got to figure something out because right now, Mara's having his way on Avila. Mara up to 12 points. Probably like right and get low. There you go. Pick on the left side set by Avila. He'll get off the pick and roll. 3 ball got up top. Just the second bucket of the game for Avila. Down to an 8-point game. In 93 was epic, yeah. A real-time versus recorder content. Yeah, a little bit different. But long story short, they were able to change their... They changed their thumbnail. They backed off. Mara trying to post up here on the near side. No help defense arrives. Post up on Avila. Gets inside. The baby hook. Can't get it to go. Rebound falls for St. Louis. McCoughtry gets the board. Up top for Avila by the logo. 3-ball. Way too short. Avila has not been good from 3 today. Hit his first, but these was his last 5. McCoughtry now gives himself near side. 3-ball. Jones got it. Jones knocks that one down, the 36% three-point shooter. And now St. Louis down by just 5. Cadeau. Pick on the left side, set by Mara, kicks it back up top, open for 3, pump fake. Gets his man there, Lenenborg drives inside, layup, gets it. Over Avila, man, Avira's on 2 fouls, so gotta be careful. Yeah, UNC was gonna beat Michigan even without the timeout. Pick on the left side, set up high by Avila. Now the near elbowed screen, resets the play up top for Jones. Jones at one on the far side for McCoughtry. McCoughtry guard up high by Burnett. Now back by the logo, slowing things down is Green. Green crossover air on the shot clock, kicks out to the near corner. Avila, corner 3 on the near side, got it! Avila starting to find a rhythm this half. No, I did not know about the travel. No, I did not. No, you got me on that one, KJ. Yep. On the right side here, Lenenborg. Down low, post up Johnson. Double team, feeds it to Mara. They forget to cover him. On the cut. 6-point game. I know the timeout. Of course I know the timeout. On the near side now, Green. Mara's up to 14 points. Pick on the left side, set by Avila. Pick on the right side, set by Avila. Frees up Green, number 3 for 3. Can't get it off the rim. Rebound goes for Johnson. Feeds it to Cadeau. Cadeau outlet pass, straight fine. St. Louis too slow to get back, and Lenenborg with the easy slam. 8-point game. You know that high-flying offense? Yeah. That team was good. Avila. And then Duke winning the following year over UNLV in the Final Four was nuts. McCoughtry, that's one of the best games ever. Jones from the baseline feeds into the restricted area for Brown. Brown working on the far side on Cadeau. Back up top, it goes for Jones. Jones, 7 on the shot clock. Drives inside, floats up from the 3rd block on the far side. Got it. Buckets flying so far this half. It's a 6-point game. Best college wrestling game in the 2000s. Ooh. From the right elbow. Back up top, it goes 3-ball. Open for Michigan. 2 strong. Rebound falls for St. Louis. It's Green who gets the board on the near side. Kicks out to the far side for Jones. I mean, I go UNC against Nova on that one. Bounce pass down low, but a holding foul there on Cadeau. Preventing the pass down there. Six-point game. It's early, Elliot. It's early. Well, I do it. So for that one, Mr. Owen, that just shows I'm serious. That just shows that I'm serious. That has... Because, I mean, it shows that, like, I graduated from, like, an actual law school. It shows, like, I'm not like, messing around. We're at the under 16 timeout. How to become a Florida fan. So back in the day, how's it going, Lightning? Except for you, Phone Me too. Me too. Can't wait for that one. Both teams eclipse 100-point mark at this rate. Yep. Well, you guys got the over. Teams who fight with Duke the way Seattle. I think they will, but I think Duke wins that game. Well, on day 3, let's go, Charizard. So how I became a Florida fan was back in the day when I was growing up. I can't believe I sound like an old head doing that. But there were no real teams by me for college football. Like, there was nothing for college football by me. I grew up on Long Island. The closest team to me was in a different state. And we didn't have there was no Big Ten network. There was no nothing. You had to pay for all the games. So the only games you really got, like, consistently were SEC on CBS. And I got Florida. And we got Florida games a lot. And I like watching Tim Tebow play. So that's what makes me a Florida fan. Next game is Louisville, Michigan State. That's 30 minutes after this one's done. What kind of games do we expect to see in round 2? I think a lot closer than round 1. Like last year, very similar. The first round was not that good. Second round, though, was pretty solid. It basically just shows I'm not Lionel Hutz. That's basically what that shows. We have over 400 in the chat right now. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. We're at the commercial break right now, under 16 timeout. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. To try to grow this community even more. And then after this game is done, we'll be live for the Louisville, Michigan State game. It's going to redirect you to that stream automatically when the time comes over there. We're live for all the games taking place today, calling 2 and 3 games at once when we get to the night session. Gears for football? Nice. Did my dad follow me to Florida or the Cardinals. No, he did not. No. No, he did not. I became a Jaguars fan, saw him on TV back in 2005. I knew I did not want to become a New York sports fan because I was going to leave New York as soon as I could because it was too cold and just wasn't my cup of tea. So, saw him on TV in 05. Saw him beat the Bengals on Sunday Night Football back when we got primetime games. And I saw him play the Steelers OT pick 6 Rasheed Mathis on Tommy Maddox and became a fan ever since. The QR code, so that's usually where the You Make the Call is. You Make the Call is usually on the QR code. But because we're not doing You Make the Call for college basketball, I just fill that space with a QR code just so that doesn't look terrible on like a blank space. The QR code is just a link to my video. It's a link to my newest video. That's all it is. Just a QR code to the newest video. Much worse than normal day? No, it's not too bad. We got over 400 in the chat. Let's slow the place down and keep it a little bit closer. Why follow me to Jacksonville then? I'm not sure why follow me to Jacksonville. I don't think it was like... I'm not sure I followed me to Jacksonville. All right, back on our way here at the under 16 timeout. McContry, pick him up. Left side set by Avila up high. Picks up his drill, then goes to McContry, or McContry to Avila on the pick and roll. Finger roll on the far side, can't get it. Rebound for Johnson. Jets fan made the right choice, yep. 1-2 all the games, a gray radiant background, nice. I like with the gold background. I like it to switch it up. I like it, variety. Johnson, post up inside, travel. Good stand-up defense there by Avila. Johnson gets called for the travel on the left side, posted up at the low block. Sparty 4.5. I like Sparty, yeah. I like Sparty. St. Louis Cardinals fan. I loved Albert Pujols. But I wouldn't say I was a big Cardinals fan. I like Pujols. And then I moved to Arizona, became a D-backs fan. I have season tickets for the D-backs. So I'm a D-backs fan. I was a Cardinals fan. I still saw stuff for them, but I'm a D-backs fan all the way now. Season tickets to the D-backs after moving out to Arizona. Jones. I really liked Albert Pujols, though. The second block gives into the paint to Brown. Brown, now by the free throw line, will try a pull-up jumper. They don't close down in time off the switch. A rebound, the play falls for Michigan as that shot misses. Too strong. McKinney will take it down the left side. Pick on the left side, set up high by Johnson. 3 ball for McKinney off the dribble. Got it. Off the pick, creates his own shot on the left side. 3 ball. You'd hate Cole, you hate Ware from Montana? Oh, man, you're not kidding. Yeah, I hate also, like getting too dark in the wintertime. I hated going to school and it was dark and then leaving school and it was dark. Like, seasonal depression's a real thing. Avila up top. Avila picks up his dribble on the far side behind the arc, down the shot clock. Will now feed it to the near corner. High pass, but corralled by Jones. Spins around his man, one-on-one. Gets the friendly roll over Gale. Or over McKinney, I should say. Back down to a 7-point game. Big unit Mitchell jersey. Ooh. Or big unit Mitchell and yes. Oh, big unit Mitchell. Well, big unit Mitchell and Ness. I mean, Mitchell and Ness is great stuff. Mitchell and Ness is good quality. Yeah, for Randy, I do it. The second block goes back up top. Cadell will try the 3 off the screen. Too strong. Screen by Johnson. Rebound the play off falls for Michigan. Gale gets the board. Kicks it out to the right corner. Now they'll dump it down low here with Johnson. He's double teamed. Johnson will try to feed into the paint. Looking for Gale. Too much on that pass, and St. Louis gets the steal. Take it down the left side here. It's Jones. Jones crossing over. 12 minutes to go. Avila up top. Picks up his dribble. Loses the handle. Poked away by Johnson. But gets it back now. Driving on the left side. For the second block with a contact. No foul. Way up there. No good. Johnson gets the board. We'll feed it down the far side here. On the right side for Lendenborg. Lendenborg trying to go coast to coast. The slam with authority from the second block. Lendenborg goes coast to coast. Put it on a poster. He's up to 15. St. Louis fouls on the shot. They'll shoot 2 when we get back in the under 12 timeout. Dynasty Vikings have the 03 season ticked them off so much. I don't blame them on that one. After losing the Cardinals like that, the 5-0 start. Yeah, someone saw the thumbnail. Yep, crazy. Crazy. Let's see what we had in the chat. That's how I feel too. One of the best plays on the board. Yeah. CJ with a 10. I appreciate you a ton. Been listening. You've been enjoying listening to you call the games while I'm at work. Small gift to show me my appreciation. I appreciate you a ton, man. That means a lot to me. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a lot, man. That gets your name on the LED board, too. Small gift to show your appreciation. That means a lot to me. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have been incredible this entire term, and I love you guys. I got to do this for a living because of you guys, and just full-time job is I get to watch March Madness. It's like, it's nuts. I mean, my voice is not crazy about it. My voice kind of hates I do this for a living. But it really is insane. Like, my job is I get to call March Madness games for all you guys. Like, it's incredible. Yeah, that was a filthy dunk, Carl. Yep. Yeah, if you want to text one, you just do the @ Yeah, you just put the @ symbol. For the under 12 timeout, 2 free throws coming in for St. Louis when we get back. In terms of stats for you, Michigan 50% from 3, Mara with 14, Lendenborg 15, Cadeau with 12, McContry with 12, Avia up to 9 for just 3 points in the first half. So now 3 for 8 behind the arc after starting the game, 1 for 6. 9 players have scored for St. Louis. 9 different players have scored. 8 different players have scored for Michigan. Foul trouble, Cadeau's got 3. No one with more than 2. On 2 fouls, Avia, McContry, and Thames for St. Louis. Lendenborg, Johnson, Burnett on 2 for Michigan. And Cadeau, 12 points. He's on 3. Not the biggest deal when you're a guard on 3. Michigan's a really good team. Yeah. You mean money makers, we can chat with prompts to listen to audios. Yeah. We go the under 12 again. We're going to be live for all the games today. 30 minutes after this is done, we got Louisville against Michigan State. It's going to redirect you to that stream automatically when the time comes. I'll link that one too when the time comes over there. Then tonight, we start with Duke TCU. An hour afterwards starts the second game, and then we do every game at the same time. You've been here before. You know how I pull it off. It's crazy. It's hectic. It's a ton of fun. If you've never been here before for one of those where I call all the games at the same time, it's nuts. We're not with the commercials. That's going to work soon. Oh, with the under timeout, they got to get the 2 minute 15 second break in there. Cavs to the Pats won the Super Bowl. Jeez. Oh, man. Yeah, that situation was nuts in AFCON with Senegal, man. The game of the week, it got to be Defenders Battlehawks. It's got to be. I'm excited for the Kings team, though, because it's going to be probably a sold-out crowd in Louisville, but it's got to be Defenders Battlehawks. It's one of the best rivalries in the UFL. You get it week 1? Yeah. TCU plus 12.5? Yeah, I like that. I like TCU plus 12.5. So at the line here, shooting 2 is St. Louis. Only 4 for 7 in the first set from the free throw line. They shoot about 74% at the line on the season. They go 1 for 2 that trip. 66-58. 11:44 to go. Lendenborg will take this ball down here for the Wolverines. On the right side. Guard up high by Jones. Pick on the right side, set by Shetter. Now kicks out to the right corner. Shetter checks in for the first time this half. Gale. He's got 2 bigs in Shetter and Mara on the floor at the same time. Avia is not out there. So chance here to capitalize on the size. Shetter in the left corner. Kicks it out to McKinney. Extra pass to the top. It goes 3 ball open. Got it. Ball movement sublime there on that one for Lendenborg. 11-point game. And what am I against Duke? Have had a rough shooting game? Well, I think Duke wins. The question is 12.5. That's a lot of points. The ball movement there. Just moving around the arc. McContry now up top. Dunlap. By 3 threes in that first half. Gives it off to Sharma. Sharma now on the far side to McContry. Back to Sharma on the near side. Guard up high by Mara. He'll try a deep 3 over the hands of Mara. It's a tough angle. Can't get it. Rebound the play falls for Lendenborg. Quick pass. It goes in transition. Drive on the right side here. Gale tries to put it up. Foul. It should be 2 free throws coming up. First one on St. Louis. Come on, St. Louis. Get down by 11 right now. We'll see. Yeah, any sport. Yep. So there's certain things that can't be done. So August, I would if it can't interfere with the Jaguars game. It can't interfere with the Jaguars game. Chance to maybe the announcer just for the 26-27 Natty. Well, I'll be live for the Natty on the stream. That'd be nice to be there in person. First free throw is good for Gale. Yeah, that was a pretty exchange. You're not kidding on that one. The ball move there was sublime. That's like Popovich stylistic passing. That was great. He's eventually the all-time series 6-2, but the fans make that rivalry what it is. 2 free throws are good, and Michigan up by their largest lead today, 13 points. Checking back in is Burnett for the Wolverines. Yeah, I would say hold off on that, Carl, but I would do that race. I have to see what happens with the preseason schedule. So wait on that with the preseason schedule. with the NFL. Because certain things can't, like if it's an NFL game that interferes with it, or a college football game that interferes with it, can't be, but that pass there, Dunlap, pressed, tipped, stolen, Burnett right in the game, gets it to go off the steal. 15-point lead for the Wolverines and a timeout by the Billikens. They press up high, and Burnett gets it. He gets the deflection on the poor pass there. Played by Dunlap. This game is on CBS. Heidi to OT. Yeah, no Heidi on this one. No Heidi. 73-58. Timeout for the Billikens. Burnett's up to 8 points. Wait for college. Wait, Coke 600. That is not. Wait. Coke. Wait. Oh, Coke Zero Sugar. Hang on. I was going to say Coke 600. Right, Coke 600 is not interfere. No, Coke 600 I would do. Morocco bribes calf. Yeah, I think so. Right, Coke 600 I would do. Yeah, $100 I would do Coke. I would do Coke 600. Yeah, I would do that. That's not first round actual, right? I can see a second round. Yes, it is. About 10 minutes only decided before that. We'll see, Detroit. So far, so good. Yeah, Coke 600 I would do. Yeah, I would do that. No problem, sir. I would do that. $100 I would do the Coke 600. Wrestling schedule looking like today? We're doing all the games, so I'll be on the entire day. Louisville, Michigan State after this standalone game. 30 minutes after this is done. Duke TCU starts at 5:15 Eastern time. Well, Coke Zero is in August. Coke 600 does not interfere. Georgia Spare, Michigan that good. Michigan's that good. And World Duke conspiracy for racing. Yeah, I would do that. ESPN, give this guy a show. Appreciate you, Jericho, on that one. Right, Coke Zero Sugar 400 is August 29th. That interferes with college. I would not do that. Coke Zero I could not do. That's during college football. August 29th is during college football. I could not do that. Because that's week 0 of college football. I can't do that. Coke 600 I would do. Right, should be more than 100. Is that long? Yeah. Right, Coke Zero I cannot do. High point time, 9:45 Eastern. It's the last game. We saved the best for last. Right, so Coke Zero I couldn't do. Coke 600 I would do. So if you want to do Coke 600, I would do that. Because August 29th is week 0. The spring football helmets, how am I going to get the new helmets? Yeah, I have no idea how I'm getting the new helmets. We might just hold off a year on that one with getting the new helmets. We might just hold off unless I find them. The UFL shop has been a mess right now. The UFL shop made like all the wrong orders at Christmas. I don't find any helmets on the UFL shop. If they ever make helmets, I'll get them. But when am I going to put them up? I'm going to put them up starting next week. Next week I put them up. Is St. Louis West Virginia looks cooked? It's not great. Not great right now. Yeah, Coke 600 best out of the 4 crown jewels, yeah. But I would do that, Carl. I would do that one. Coke 600, not Coke Zero Sugar. Couldn't do that. Avia checks back in. Dr. Pepper 700. I don't think it's a real race. Never heard of that one. I'm not an NASCAR guy, but I've never heard of that one. McCautry. So backing away here on the near side. Looking for a V up top and feeds it to him at the logo. Largest lead for Michigan today. St. Louis with 2 timeouts left after that. Avia gives off the logo, goes to Green. Green crossover, dumps it to the near corner. Extra pass, back up top. 3 ball, open, got it. Sharma. A feed from Dunlap down to 12. The Barks root beer 420. Did I ever do an NASCAR race? By one, wear helmets and my big stickers. I might do that at that point. We'll see. Mara gives it off to Lenenborg. Crossover 12 on the clock, trying to drive inside on the right side. Puts stuff on the second block, blocked, but foul. And they're going to get a V on that one. That's number 3 on him. And Avia is protesting. He thought that was all ball. There's the news, right? Go for it. You thank goodness about the sound and show what's almost before the shop got revamped. It was on sale nice. Surprised the Stallions helmet was Oh yeah, no, Stallions and show was for like the 2 that were made beforehand. So like the only 2 that were available. So at the line now, shooting 2 for Michigan is Lenenborg. The leading scorer on the team this season has got 18. Chance for 20 if you can knock down both. He's an 83% free throw shooter on the season. Has a fears because I'm a Florida Gators football fan. Let's go. Chomp, baby. Chomp. Thank God Napier's gone. The bad man can't hurt us anymore. Appreciate you. It's Chuck on that one. First one is good for Lendenborg. He's up to 19. Second one. Got it. April 19th, Kansas race. Sorry, let me check. Evan Health? I can do that, yep. April 19th, I can do that. Yep, April 19th. Yep, that's good. We can do April 19th. I got nothing going on that day. April 19th, we're good. I'll be here. McCautry, pick up the left side set. McCautry feeds it down low. Alley-oop, fouled. Thames will go to the line shooting 2. 3 fouls on Michigan. After the foul on the alley-oop. Wait, let me, before I just confirm, let me just double check. I thought draft April 23rd. Yeah, we could do that. Yep. We can do that. We can do that. April 19th. Yep, we can do that. That's right. Panthers and Battlehawks, but it's so weird that Defenders, Brahmas, Roughnecks, and Renegades were not option for it. Yeah, that's odd. The UFO shop was bizarre. If St. Louis wins, come back somehow, would it be rich? I want to cut off that what they do. First free throw, off the left side of the rim, no good. Thames can't get the first, and St. Louis' struggles at the line this game continue. Right, no risk if the new guys would be any different. Though Napier got a really long leash. Titans turning back to the jerseys. I don't like the logo, but the jerseys, they hit a home run. The problem with the old jerseys was Titan blue. There were like 5 different shades of blue. You didn't know which one was Titan blue. The new jerseys are sick. I think they're really good. They're immediately the best primary jerseys in the AFC South. Second free throw, no good. He goes 0 for 2 that trip. Thames, normally decent at the line, 65%. 0 for 2 on that one. The foul saves Michigan 2 points. Yeah, but I would do that. Yep. I would do the Advent Health 400. I'd do that one. On the right side here, Mara dumps it down low. Johnson trying to post up here McCautry. Double team comes, puts up the shot, he's fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Calls the law, baby. There you go. I'm an Arizona basketball fan, though. Well, I'm in Phoenix. I grew up on Long Island. So I only moved out here in 2019. At that point, my team became High Point. So I'm a High Point fan and everything else. High Point doesn't have a football team. But I went to High Point, so I'm a High Point fan for basketball. And if I was going to be an Arizona basketball fan, it'd be Arizona State, because I went to law school there. Why they have to make me sweat the Arkansas game at 8:45? We got the early game first, and now we get the late game. I have more time to... I kind of like the late game for High Point, though, for this time, because it does give us more time to regroup. We can settle down and move on from the last game. First one's good. Leaderboard like 10-minute ticker? I think, yeah, I would. I'm just a fan of hockey. I don't have a hockey team. I don't have a hockey team. I never went to Islanders games. I didn't go to a lot of them because the Coliseum was a dump. So, not an Islanders fan. I will say, if Arizona gets a team, I'll root for them. I was going to become a Yotes fan if they put a shovel in the dirt, but I was like, I'm not going to root for a team until I know they're staying. And they did not stay, obviously. So I'm like, yep, we're not going to become a fan. Motorsport never called it. But, first time for everything. 2 free throws are good. Michigan up by 16. Now McCautry goes on the far side for a view behind the arc, got it by Mara. Pick on the right side, set by McCautry. He'll try that 3 off the pick. Can't get his 4th 3 of the night. Rebound for Burnett on the right side, and Cano will take it down. Napier's in-game management sucked. I wanted to like that. He seems like a nice guy. But his in-game management still sucked. Alley-oop, Mara! What a feed from the left elbow! To Johnson! Cutting from the right side. Scubell's for nothing. 18-point game. Appreciate you, Brown, on that one. Quick play there. St. Louis gets him back quickly. Thames catches him napping, and he gets the slam. It's a dunk party right now. Kicks out to the right corner, going quick. Gets him on the pump fake. Burnett will try a corner 3 on the right side. Too strong. Tip back, though. Foul on the floor going against St. Louis. That's their 4th. If I'm 1 set on the... All right, Carl. All right. See either Duke, Purdue, or Houston or Florida winning it all. I can see that, yeah. I have Florida winning in my bracket. I have Florida winning it all. St. Louis right now, it's been tough. Do you like Florida non-football sports for long time playing High Point? Yes, I do. Yes. The 80s looks normally pretty good, Charizard. The 80s look... It was sharp for a lot of these teams. Don't reinvent the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thames will check out here for 4 fouls on St. Louis. Dumps it down low now on the right block. Triple team kicks out to the right corner. High pass. Fatal will find Lendenborg. They'll reset the play down low. Post up here is Johnson. Double team help arrives. Trying to post up on Sharma. Reverse lane. Can't get it. Tight defense there. And Avia gets the board. St. Louis will take it down on the near side. Working around Avia. Open for three. They can't close down in time. Avia misses short. Merritt can't close down in time, but it doesn't matter because the 3-ball missed. Lendenborg gets the board. Cano will take it down. Under 8 to go. Michigan in a good spot right now, up by 16 points. Pulling away this second half. Avia just 3 for 13 from the field after that last miss. Cano from the right elbow. Feeds it down low. Easy layup there on the right block. It's a bloodbath right now. 81-63. Johnson. Off the switch. Now from the second block. Stripped away. St. Louis trying to get it back. Michigan has it. Tie up. Possession is with St. Louis. So we'll be St. Louis ball in the held ball when we get back here at the under 8. 81-63. NIL money has killed Cinderella. I think it's a bit too early to tell on that one, but I will say NIL has made it a lot tougher to maintain continuity with teams, and that can hurt Cinderella. Your thumbnails done totally didn't steal my thumbnails. I know you're good on that one. Look, inspiration's one thing. I mean, that's fine. I don't care about that. The guy who took mine literally was the exact same thing. I've not even made the thumbnails yet for the UFO. I've not even made them. I'm just going the same template as I always do. All good to try. Appreciate you, man. And the Rams, that 70s look was the best. That 70s look for the Rams was by far the best. I think there was something to be said about Cinderella. It's tougher to keep teams because players would stay all 4 years at that school. They wouldn't transfer because they have to sit out a year. But now, if there's a good player, he's getting poached. He's getting NLM money somewhere else. Under 8 timeout. Surprise to a comment made on video months ago. Oh, I love that. It shows that popped in the algorithm, though. I actually kind of like that. Oh, it's not my video? Oh. Wait, what? It's not my video? I love getting comments of this from like 3 or 4 years ago. It's like, shows a bits of staying power. It's also funny too, where they're like it's like one of the first videos I made, and they're like, this is not like that good. The production quality is not great here, so you can prove. I'm like, yeah, well, I appreciate it, but it's like that was like one of the first vids I made. I know it was not good. It's like I've lots to change in the last 6 years. What teams revert back to an original look? Are close to it. I mean, Commanders, Jaguars will. When they get the new same in 2028, they're going to go back to what it is. Yeah, I would say the Jaguars will definitely go back to the Prowlers in 2028. They're getting the new stadium, so they're not going to do anything before the new stadium, and then 28 they'll do a rebrand and go back to that old look. Because Tony Baselli loves that look, and he's the president right now of the team, and he's like, we'll go with that as much as we can. We're allowed to do it 4 times, we'll do it all 4 times. He knows if the Prowlers are good. He gets the pulse of the fan base. LSU baseball top-notch program. Yep. South Carolina just fired their coach, their manager for baseball. Yeah, that program's fallen off hard. I don't know why he got a second year there. You can tell after last year was not going to work out. Yeah, but Scar finally fired their manager. About time there. All right, under 8 timeout, 18-point game in Buffalo. High Point, Arkansas, triple overtime. I would lose my mind. I'd be dead at that point. If it's anything like it's more like women's basketball has been for a while, where the top is just so far ahead. Yep. Backing away here for the hell ball. Back up top for Avia. Just 9.2 kicks out to the far corner. Pump fake on the 3. Trying to drive inside. Post up on Shetter. Not there. So he'll kick it out back up top for Sharma. Open for 3. That one no good. Misses short. Rebound for Burnett. He'll give it down the floor. Now kicks out to the left side. Lendenborg. 7 minutes to go. Lendenborg holding the play here by the left elbow. Guarded by Sharma. Now resets back to the top. We'll swing down to the right side in the corner for Burnett. He'll try and work the baseline. Blocked from behind by Jones. Second chance, though. Falls right back to Michigan. Down the shot clock. Burnett. Pick on the left side set by Johnson. Kicks out wide. 3 ball for Burnett. That one's good on the feet from Cano. 21-point lead. Yeah, the Average uniforms are really good. I do like those. You may make the Final Four. I have them losing next round. I'm not crazy with the ACC this year. I mean, they can make the Final Four. I mean, it's a 3 seed. Why not? Foul there in Michigan. Brown's going to line shooting 2. It's 4 on the Wolverines. Having the Titans go back to the other colors will affect other football teams like Houston and Rice. I don't think it's going to change anything. I don't think it's going to change anything. Yeah, I think High Point's dead in the water. Yeah. I want High Point to win, but Arkansas is not a good matchup for High Point. It's not a good matchup at all. First free throw, no good. And St. Louis has missed their last 3 free throws. Brownie, 75% free throw shooter. Can't get the first. Head for the Wolves looks like that. Texas, yeah, that's the 11, yeah. Women's tournament, the first weekend's tough to watch. After that, it's not too bad. The first weekend's tough. Those are your lines, Michael? All right. Down low from the second block. Posting up here. It's Lendenborg after that trip for Brown goes 1 for 2. Post up on the second block. Baby hook. Gets it. Michigan up by 22. We had some near upsets. Yeah, look, Siena. Look, if Siena just finishes the deal, they make 1 field goal. We're looking at this March Madness very differently. Jones. Holding it at half court. Now on the near side crossover goes up top. 3 ball, deep 3 for Green. Way too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound falls for Shetter. With under 6 to go. Michigan on the front foot. Lendenborg. On the left side it goes for Cadeau. 5.5 to go. Shetter holds it at the left side. Will feed it to the third block on the left side for Johnson. Kicks it out wide on the far corner. Nice feed there. Now goes back up top. Good ball movement. Burnett. Or Cadeau, I should say. Cadeau picking the right side set. Back up top it goes for Lendenborg. 3 ball open at the top of the key. Got it. With ball movement like this, they're not losing a game. With ball movement like this around the arc, they're not losing. 25-point game. Sharma. Near side. Brown will try and drive inside. Works on Shetter. Reverse layup. He gets the foul. That's 5 on Michigan. 2 free throws coming up. Debt taxes. Michigan make to the Sweet 16. Who will High Point play next? Arkansas. And if they beat Arkansas for a crazy reason, Arizona or Utah State. The NIL rules affect the lax and relatives. I think the transfer rules is more than NIL. I think it's actually the transfer rules. Because if there's a good player, you can leave and not have to stay out of here. First free throw for Brown. That one good. I mean, NIL to some extent because you can't keep guys. If they're good, they're going to make 6 figures somewhere else. Favorite cereal? Honeycombs. Easily Honeycombs. Appreciate you going on that one. Yeah, that game starts at 9:45. The High Point game. Michigan needs to lose to UConn. Well, that would be in the that would be the final. If Maryland makes substitutions, yeah, their legs were tired at the end. They didn't make a field goal the final 7 minutes outside that garbage time bucket. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a High Point funeral. I think so too. Believe me, I want it to not be as a High Point alum. It's been a heck of a ride regardless of what happens, but I'm expecting it smoked. Double team comes. Cadeau gives it off. Foul on the dunk attempt. They're going to say it was before the shot. It was a foul on the floor. No dunk. Honeycombs, yeah. Honeycombs are great. Are you kidding me? Honeycombs are great. Called basketball back in college? Yes, I did. Yep. I called a lot of games for High Point. Right, you want a Cinderella, Brian? I get that. The Steph Curry dagger? Oh, that was fun. Yeah, that was a great Olympics. 2 free throws here for Michigan. The dunk was waved off. I will say it was a shot. First free throw for Johnson is good. Yeah, either way, greatest season in High Point history. One of the greatest seasons in the Big South history. And look, it's been a heck of a ride regardless. I love you, bud, but Archie it's free money. I think you're right. I think Archie wins by 25. I hope I'm wrong. It's a bad matchup for High Point. You're still playing the fun and funeral. Yep. Yes, restrictions on the portal. Should be a one-time free transfer. That's what it should be. Second free throw. Misses it short. 1 for 2. I'm not going to bet against my own school. 24-point game. Especially because the money line's crap. It's like, I would bet the money line on that one. Layup here on the near side. Brown, 90-68. Money line, if I bet like $50, I'd probably get like 10. Michigan will roll it down now. Cadeau picks it up, kills some time off the clock. But it's not a good matchup. Yeah, I think we want to be double digits. 3 ball on the left side. Gale can't get it. Rebound for St. Louis. Sharma takes it down the near side. Sharma back by the logo. Pump fake on the pass. We'll swing it out to the far side here for Jones. Jones picking the right side, set by Avila. Jones fakes the step back. He'll gives it off to Avila from the far elbow. Avila picks up his drill, feeds it down low to Jones. Jones gets out to the far corner. 3-ball open, can't get it. St. Louis' struggles from 3 this game continue. It's only on 5-4 now, all right? Well, Honeycombs does have a mascot. I think that's why. Honeycombs, like they change their mascot all the time. It's not that hedgehog guy anymore, or whatever that guy was. It looks like a pine cone. The only cereal without a mascot. Cadeau kicks that one on the right side, or like an effective mascot. 3-ball, Lenenborg, open, can't get it. Rebound, falls for Michigan. On the left block, Johnson gets it. Gale, now up top, holding the play here is Cadeau with 3:28 to go. Alley-oop, tries it. Too little on that pass for Gale. St. Louis gets it off the steal. Jones, up top, catch and shoot 3 for Sharma. Way too much. Cadeau will slow things down with 3 minutes to go. The headshot carry thing? Yeah. I don't even know his name. Like, every other cereal has, like, a recognizable mascot. Honeycombs are just like, what if it's just a giant hairball? Cadeau holding it at half court. Give himself on the right side here to McKinney. Pick on the left side set by Johnson. 9 seconds to go. Loses the handle. Back-to-back turnovers. Layup here for Sharma. Got it. 90-70 with 2:48 to go. How many players have been losing off this team? I'm not sure. We do have some seniors. Chase Johnson's a grad student, so he's going to be gone. I'm not sure who else is going to be gone. Blocking foul going against St. Louis on the right side. We go the under 4 timeout with 2:30 to go. So under 4. Crazy Craving. It's a terrible name. Crazy Craving. Geico pick us not up here this year. Like, mascots for cereals are supposed to be cute. This one's nightmare fuel. If Grimmers can throw the first foot and Crazy Craving. I mean, the mascot's nightmare fuel, especially in 3D form. Makes sense, Spectacular. No Lillard for AT&T. Nope. Yeah, like 6 weeks back-to-back, they did. It's St. Louis 32% from 3 this game. Well, Kamen's not getting poached. Not yet, at least. He's only had 1 year of experience. Kamen's not getting poached. And also, you have to remember, too, High Point's got money. The Cornflakes two-dimensional rooster. Oh, man. I do like it. It's iconic. It is iconic. I think Lucky Charms probably beats the rooster, but it's iconic. Yeah, she was her last year. CGI Chucky? Oh, boy. You know, it's not the same. And once this game is done, it will redirect you to the Louisville, Michigan State stream. Yeah, let's see if we can get it done. Worst Louisville team this year? I'm going to go Louisville. I think the Kings will be the worst team. Had money to keep Huss. That was different, though. Huss was a little bit different. So Alan Huss was different because he came from Creighton. He went back to Creighton. He was also born in Illinois. He played at Creighton. That's a little bit different. Tricks Rabbit wins. So that's a little bit different. Huss left his alma mater at Creighton as an assistant to come to High Point. Then he got offered the coach and waiting job at his alma mater. And his family lived in Creighton. They liked it over there. That was different. Kamen, there's no alma mater that I think that would, so that's a little bit different. Kamen got a head coaching job in waiting at his alma mater. Fact, Fletcher, High Point, and then Winthrop joined the A-10 within the next 4 years. Winthrop, no. High Point, fact, in the next 5 years. The next 5 years, I think High Point will join the A-10. Yeah, so Huss, that was always... He was not going to leave except for Creighton. He turned down a lot of jobs. He was only leaving for Creighton. Which, I mean, I completely get. I'm like, coaching and winning at your alma mater, where you were born, where you lived your whole life pretty much in Illinois, or in Illinois. Your family is from there, and you want to go back home. I completely get that. Now you're a B. Cocoa Puff Spurt is insane. Yeah, the Cocoa Puff Spurt's nice. Cookie Crisp is also kind of creepy. Would hurt their tournament chances. Well, Kamen's not leaving. Kamen's not going to leave. I've heard nothing about Kamen leaving. Huss, there were always rumors. There were always rumors with Huss. Haven't heard anything with that one. Mara, slam. Gets it after Gale misses the layup. We're back on our way, 92-70. Gale with the putback, or on the putback, miss from Gale. Mara gets the standing dunk. 2 minutes to go. And Michigan on cruise control to go to the Sweet 16. And St. Louis will empty the bench. Their starters will come out. They'll get a standing O from their fans for a heck of a season. What a year for the Billikens. Top 25 for most of it. Got their first tournament win into the second round for the first time since 2004. Or excuse me. That's well, I whiffed on that one. First round was in 2014 is what I meant to say. Not 2004, 2014. Michigan will empty their bench as well. Mara gets a standing O. First tournament win in 12 years for the Billikens. A great season. A-10 regular season champions. This will be the end of the road. McKinney gets the board for the missed three. They'll take it down the floor. High Point plays at 9:45 Eastern time. Appreciate you tuning, Matthew. What do you think about the time when 16-0 man will outscore my opponents by 425? Rookie numbers. Even with them just so they maintain some continuity with the Big South. But Winthrop doesn't have the facilities necessarily. Or the money. Yeah, heck of a fight from St. Louis. Yep. Shedder up top. Back to logo for McKinney. Yeah, High Point's the final logo. Or the final game. The final game is High Point. McKinney still on the way. Fames layup blocked from behind. Another block from Michigan. No goaltend on that one. And Gale will take it down the floor on the left side. See time on the clock. Yep. We're probably going to be 10 o'clock. ABS system glitched today, so the umpire's call stood. Yeah, Manfred can suspend the system when Otani's up to bat. He would do that. He would 100% do that. I like the V costume, yeah. Yeah, Ryan Roller's best way. 86 years old, yep. Right, 86? 81. Step back through on the right side. Gale can't get it. Rebound the play. Falls for St. Louis Fames. Take it down with 50 seconds to go. Feeds it down the floor. Finger roll on the far side. Gets it. It's McCautry. 92-72. .2 to go. Some more subs coming on. Some walk-ons coming on for Michigan. Cadeau checks out. Keep on time in spring training. The rumors are an indication. Soon seeing these guys in the Big East. I think it'd be a great fit for the Big East. Michigan calls some out to give the subs in. I think it'd be a phenomenal fit for the Big East. Taking it down here off of the timeout is McKinney. Pick on the left side, set up high by Goodman, the redshirt freshman from New Zealand. He'll get in for the first time today. From the left elbow, McKinney. Trying to feed it down low. Kick it out on the left side for Charlie May, the senior walk-on. UCF transfer. Pump fake on the three. Will drive inside. Finger roll. Got it and one. Bench goes crazy. Oster Goodman. Feels good on that one. The Kiwi gets it to go. His first ever points in the NCAA tournament. His first bucket since the Penn State came back on February 5th. And Goodman makes the free throw. The bench goes crazy. For the freshman off the bench. It's that time of the game. Botillo gives it down low. Blocked by Goodman. Goodman, what a game he had in the final minute. St. Louis is not a fraud. No, Michigan's a darn good team. Much worse than from the TV broadcast. Well, appreciate you, Brian, on that one. Oh, Abby? Summer? So Goodman, the final 40 seconds, gets the layup with the N1, and then gets a block. So Michigan finishes that game with a staggeringly high 9 blocks, plus 8 in the blocks column, and Michigan going back to the Sweet 16. Been dominant all season. Their dominance will continue. as Michigan in the Sweet 16 for the second straight year and for the fourth time in the last 6 years. All right. I want the Big East would be awesome. I would love that. On that note, we're going to sign off here. Louisville, Michigan State starting in 30 minutes. That game is starting at about 2:45 Eastern time. See you guys there. Appreciate you guys' time. JG9 sign off. Michigan going on. They win by 23 over the Billikens of St. Louis. The 1 seed holds serve to the Sweet 16.